There are many good washing machines around, but only one Maytag. Its products are built to last longer than any other. Say Maytag and people think dependability. And what makes it so dependable is the Maytag ethos: quality, engineering, design, technology, craftsmanship and materials. Maytag's history is a story of quality and innovation that ultimately made millions of lives easier, which began with the dream of one man, Frederick Louis Maytag. Maytag's very first washing machine, the Pastime, was built in 1907. It was a boon to housewives who had been used to back-breaking washboards to do their laundry. The tub was made of the finest cypress wood, and when turned by a handle on the lid, an internal dolly rotated the clothes, rubbing the fabric against a grooved interior. Improvements came steadily, and in 1909, Maytag introduced the hired girl, which took the best elements of the Pastime and added a motor and a mangle, or wringer as it was known, to dry clothes faster. In 1911, Maytag launched its first electric washing machine, but not forgetting the rural areas still without electricity, a model was sold which could be powered by petrol. For years, Maytag engineers had been convinced that a cast aluminium tub would be far superior to wood. It would be lighter and more robust. However, no one had ever cast a tub in one operation. The experts of the day were consulted and all agreed it could not be done. So the Maytag engineers decided to try it for themselves, and in 1919 they succeeded in casting a square aluminium tub with rounded corners. The tub had a cone-shaped bottom to prevent dirt particles being thrown back into the wash. They sold at an astonishing pace. In 1922, Maytag created a world first, a new washing method that changed the industry. Until then, washing machines cleaned by means of a device that dragged clothes through the water. Maytag replaced this with a finned agitator at the bottom of the tub. Named the gyrator, it cleaned by water action alone. Demand for the gyrator was so great that night shifts were introduced to fulfill the orders. Shipments by the trainload left Newton to destinations throughout the USA. By 1924, Maytag was making 1 out of every 5 washing machines in the USA. Marketing was key. Adverts were placed, leaflets were produced in various languages, and salespeople went to extremes to spread the Maytag message, even taking payment in the form of cattle. Expeditions were sponsored, products were placed in schools with 300 students or more. Product placement was even evident in the movies. Wringer washers reached their highest state of development from 1936 onwards. Maytag built its first ceramic tub washing machine that resisted scratches, abrasions and stains. In 1939, the master washer was introduced with 50% more capacity than previous washers, and an insulated tub that kept water hotter for longer. It was among the first white appliances made. After rejecting 6 prototypes and 12 different tubs, Maytag introduced its first automatic washing machine in 1949. Named the Automatic Maytag Pump, or the AMP for short, it was simple to use and soon became very popular with customers. New fabrics requiring special care began to appear in the 1950s, and with them a need for a machine to cope with cleaning all of them. So in 1956, Maytag introduced its all-fabric automatic. Throughout the decade, electric dryers were added to the range, which now included a choice of colors. In 1956, Maytag shook up the industry again with the introduction of its dependable helical drive. Using fewer movable parts, less could go wrong. It's one of the main reasons why Maytag washing machines last longer and need little or no repair. From the earliest days, advertising has played an important role in Maytag's success. By looking through the thousands of letters received each year, it was clear that people wanted to share their stories of long-lasting Maytags.
When I was a child in this New Hampshire town, my mother had a Maytag wringer-type washer. It had a square aluminum tub. We were a very large family, and that washing machine just went and went.
That's how the Maytag Dependability campaign was born. In 1967, an advertising legend was born when the lonely Maytag repairman came on the scene.
Left, Pace! Clark, here. Goldstein. Yep. Plazinski. No. McDougal. Yes. Svensson.
Yeah.
At ease, men. Take a good look, because most of you may never see the inside of one of these again. This is your survival kit. Playing cards for solitaire, crossword puzzles, beadwork. It takes a real man to fight off loneliness. A Maytag repairman. The loneliest guy in town.
The idea of a repairman with nothing to fix had its beginnings in Canada. The concept became American folklore. Over the years, the lonely Maytag repairman found himself in mostly humorous, always lovable situations, filling his solitary time by teaching a parrot to talk, warning a fledgling repairman he'd better take up knitting, and snoring through an entire 30-second commercial.
What? You can't get your Maytag washer started? I'll be right over. Good morning, ladies. I get to fix a Maytag. Well, let's look at the patient. Uh-oh. Lady, this is what's wrong. You gotta keep it plugged in. Well, I fixed a Maytag.
Each advert reinforced the idea of Maytag dependability. Although he stayed lonely, he wouldn't have it any other way. In 1974, the company sponsored a search for the oldest working Maytag automatic washers, and from 25,000 entries, found it with the Hornbacher family of Story City, Iowa. The washer proved to be the 12th automatic off Maytag's assembly line in 1949. The Hornbachers won $5,000 plus a new washing machine, and Maytag won ample publicity. Inspired by a donation of an old washing machine to the company in 2007, Maytag UK began a new search for the oldest working Maytag appliance. Since 1980, Maytag has grown from a company with a limited line of major appliances to a diversified enterprise with full ranges of both home and commercial appliances. The transition to a multi-billion-dollar corporation began in 1981, when Maytag launched a program of growth by acquisition. Maytag entered the cooking industry with a range of gas and electric cookers, wall ovens, hobs, and microwave ovens. In 1989, the Maytag brand added a full range of side-by-side refrigerators. And in a move to streamline its business, it announced in 1996 that it would create a single business unit, Maytag Appliances, to manage all aspects of product design, manufacturing, marketing, and service. A new century brought further expansion. Maytag's sole importer in the UK, Trembath Distributors, had over 20 years' experience working with American cooling appliances and was growing the business well. It made sense to protect and grow this fledgling partnership, and in 2000, Maytag acquired the Trembath business in the UK. In 2007, Maytag celebrated its 100th birthday. Still launching new products, innovations, and technologies that would make Frederick Louis Maytag proud, the company still lives by the values upon which it was built: performance, reliability, and dependability.